You may have heard of the brand Godox because they make a lot of flashes and lights for photos and videos. I own quite a few of them. But I only recently discovered that Godox also makes microphones when they offered to send me one to test. This is the Godox Magic XT1, and as its name suggests, it has a somewhat magic feature that I have not seen on any wireless mic system before, and I've tested quite a few of them. So I'll tell you about it later on in this video. But first, here are some basics, followed by the pros and the cons of this microphone. This video is sponsored by Godox, but like I said, I'll be covering both the pros and the cons because it's not a perfect wireless mic system. And I will also include some sound samples, so you can hear what this microphone sounds like straight out of camera, unedited. So first of all, the basics. It's a dual-channel wireless microphone system, so it comes with a receiver that connects to a camera and 2 wireless transmitters with built-in microphones. There are also furry windscreens and magnetic clips for the transmitters. The mic system can be connected to a camera via the included 3.5mm cable, or also phones or computers via USB-C. It can also do mono, stereo, and safety track recording, and it has a transmission range of about 200 meters. Next up, we're going to do a distance test. So I'm going to walk that way, and we're going to see just how long you can keep hearing my voice. I'll have my back to the camera for a bit, but we're going to keep walking. By the way, if you like this bag that I'm wearing, I have another video that I just filmed today that is reviewing this backpack. So it is a Peak Design alternative backpack, in my opinion anyway. So I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Making my way back to my camera, it is still here. And there we go with the distance test. Now we'll move on to some of the good features of this microphone. First off, it's one of the smallest mic systems I've seen. The receiver is a bit on the big side, but there is a reason for that, which I'll explain soon. But the transmitters are quite small. All units are very lightweight. Each transmitter weighs about 8 grams, and the receiver is 50 grams. The receiver has an OLED touchscreen display to control many settings, including turning on an optional low-cut filter, as well as dynamic noise reduction. Let's hear what those sound like. This is a sound test recording directly to the Sony a7 IV using the built-in internal microphones. The camera is an arm's length away, and this is what it sounds like. So now I've connected the Godox Magic XT1 transmitter to myself. It's right here. The camera is still an arm's length away, so this is what it sounds like. We do have the little furry windscreen on it, but I will go ahead and take it off so you can hear the difference. This is what it sounds like with the furry windscreen off, and right on time there's a light breeze going by, so hopefully you can hear the difference with the microphone not having the windscreen and once I add the windscreen on. So this is what it sounds like. I'm going to get a little bit further away because if you don't know, this is the main benefit of using a wireless microphone system like this, is that I don't have to be directly in front of the microphone like I would if I was using the built-in internal mics or using a directional shotgun mic. With a wireless microphone, I can be all around the camera. In this case, we can be up to 200 meters away, supposedly, and still be picked up as long as I am wearing the transmitter. So low-cut filter is currently turned on. Right on time, there is an airplane going by in the distance behind me. That may or may not make a difference with the audio. But with low-cut filter, that is cutting out some of the higher or lower frequencies that can affect the sound quality. And supposedly, your sound quality will turn out better if you have it on. But again, low-cut filter works better on some mics than it does on others. So here's what it sounds like. So now I went ahead and turned on the dynamic noise reduction on the transmitter. It's worth noting that you cannot do low-cut filter and dynamic noise reduction at the same time. It's either one or the other. And so, yeah, this is with the noise reduction turned on. We've got some cars coming, so hopefully you can hear the difference with the noise reduction turned on with a car going by, right behind the camera just there. Here's what it sounds like with noise reduction on, another car going by. So this is a really good test for the noise reduction to hear how effective it is. The This is a sound test of the Godox XT1 with no noise reduction on. This is what it sounds like in a pretty noisy environment. But now I'll go ahead and turn the noise reduction on so you can hear the difference. Now I've turned on the noise reduction on the Godox XT1s. This is what it sounds like recording directly to the microphone with noise reduction and quite a bit of traffic behind me. So hopefully you can hear the difference of having noise reduction on versus having noise reduction off. On the receiver, there's also a 3.5mm jack for connecting it to cameras or phones, and a headphone jack to monitor audio in real time. Now let's talk about that so-called magic feature. So when I first unboxed this microphone, I was extremely confused. I found the usual cables and the accessories, and what looked like a sizable receiver in its zippered carrying case. But I spent a good 5 minutes looking for the transmitters. Like, I was convinced that they just were mistakenly not included. But finally, I noticed where they were. And it turns out to be one of the most significant advantages of this dual-channel wireless mic system. Part of its magic is that there are two transmitters that fit inside of the receiver to charge them all at once and also to store them. This is quite convenient and unique. I've reviewed many wireless mic systems, and I've never seen a design like this before. Now, speaking of charging, the battery life for each transmitter is 8 hours, and the receiver has a 16-hour battery life, and it can recharge the transmitters in about 2 hours. The receiver can also be charged via USB-C in about 2.5 hours. So those are the good things about this mic system, but like every mic system I've tested, there are some drawbacks. Now in this case, I would say that most of the drawbacks have to do with the fact that this is a budget microphone. It only costs $109, which is significantly cheaper than what you would pay for a DJI or Rode wireless mic. So as a result, some of those pro-level features are missing on the Godox, such as a lack of internal recording, 32-bit float, and a wired lavalier mic port on the transmitters. Also, the transmitters have this really big Godox logo on the front, which is not unusual for a wireless mic system, but I would have preferred it to be more subtle, because you can't use a wired lav mic with the transmitters, so there's no hiding the logo. Yes, you could use gaff tape or something to cover it up, but it doesn't look very professional. So that is my introduction to the Godox Magic XT1 dual-channel wireless microphone system. Now overall, I think this is a good option for those of you looking for a budget wireless mic system. And I especially love the unique design of the receiver to both hold and charge both of the transmitters. This is something that would be really interesting to see other microphone brands try to adopt as well. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.